Hello, and welcome back to the 2025 Deadly Showcase. This time we are looking at Newer Hold, which was not made in 2025, apparently, but I guess that's just when he started it. Another work by Zendaris, and this is a thing that Zendaris does sometimes. I'm not sure why, but he makes a lot of stuff, so maybe this is just what creative geniuses do. I don't know. Beatros am taking a contract from mysterious stranger. What happened next? Hello, I am Storyman. What is Stree? Okay, I've already checked out on reading this. Uh, okay. Right. So, yes, that happened. Right. So we're in a garden, kill some roaches, as you do, and I guess Beethro was talking about how he couldn't reach these, and then this guy turned into a roach, and here we are. Alright. Well, that one was easy enough. I think we just go around and this room solves itself. Apparently. Alright, this room might be interesting for optimizers, I'm not sure. Probably not all that interesting, but at least it would give you something more to do with the room. Okay, we have 5 traps. Does this release everything? Appears to. Alright. So... if I just light this, everybody's gonna die, right? Pretty much. So I need to find a way to keep 5 roaches alive. Okay, well, we don't need to go down that far. There we go. Well, I'm facing just about the worst way I could possibly do here. I think we have enough roaches here that we're... turn order. Maybe we'll be okay. Okay, brief little scare there, but in the end, they release. So that was actually not nearly as hard as it could have been. Okay, now do the same thing, but with fewer roaches, I guess. Okay, if I go here... okay, I think we're good. And that's enough already, but we can save this one as well. Ah. I didn't even look at the rest of the room. Okay, so we need to get around you. Okay. Well, there's definitely a theme going on here. Okay, with the wubbas, we probably don't need to blow the powder kegs up at all. Which means we could put powder kegs on here, but we probably want to release them eventually. So what's actually going on here? Everything's held down. And then we want to release. How does that work? Because if we have a wubba on here, it's never getting off. Like, this one makes sense to me, because... I mean, this is like, so, I don't know if I've been thinking about a lot of things in my head. I'm not sure which things I actually vocalized, so I'll just go over it again. These powder kegs, because the wubbas get trapped on things, the powder kegs can be pushed, which means we don't actually have to set any fuses off in order to get everything out, which means that we have powder kegs and wubbas to work with to hold down pressure plates. However, this mechanism suggests that I need wubbas on these pressure plates because I need to get off of them. Now, this one though, because of the wall, suggests to me that that's not actually going to work, because... well, I might as well... there we go. Might as well just demonstrate this. We've got a wubba here, and if we go down this way, the wubba's never going to move. Now, for this one, we get past the door, and then the wubba just comes out naturally. So we actually do put a wubba here, and that's fine. This one, same deal. This is south enough that we can do that. But then this, and this are the ones that aren't going to work. So what that tells me is what we probably actually want here is wubba here and here, powder kegs on these three, and then we set this fuse and then we run for it. And if we chain the powder kegs properly, we should be able to delay I guess these two are up top. This one's down at the bottom. So that suggests we want it to go here, 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 and then here? It might just be enough time to get from here to here. If it goes like this, and then instantly blows up, and then goes to here, and instantly blows up, and then goes to here. Alright, so that's what we're going to try. Also, we don't have access to some of these powder kegs. Okay, interesting. And these wubbas are going to be annoying. I guess... I was going to say, I could blow up the wubbas because I don't necessarily need all of these fuses, but I think I might actually just need all the fuses. So let's actually do the easier way to deal with all of these wubbas. Just get them all temporarily out of my space so that I don't have any more issues with them while I'm doing everything else. And that is probably to go around this way. This is not the high score way to beat this room, but this is the efficient, only deal with one problem at a time way to deal with this room. Okay, there we go. No more wubbas. Alright, so we've got those three kegs in space. Now I just want in the spaces I want them. So now to set this up the way I want, like so. That will give me maximal time. have way more than we need. So that is maximum time, I think. Now, do I have... I say way more than I need, but I actually do need quite a few more. Okay. That deals with that. That deals with that. And I am actually short. Well, let's check how my time is doing here. Wait, so I had time to get here now. Okay, I have lots of time. Which is what I was checking. So, because I have lots of time, that means I don't actually need this. I can just do that. Alright, that should do it. Two of us. Okay. Right. Okay, that's a little bit awkward. But still salvageable. I need one more space. There we go. How did I miss that? I just assumed that this was going to work somehow. I forgot to connect this up. Definitely not the efficient way to solve this room. There we go. Okay, that one was quite a bit more work than the others. It wasn't a hard room, it was just more work. Okay, this one has an excessive number of arrows for some reason. I'm guessing that's just to prevent me from doing weird stuff with Wubbas and kegs, maybe? Okay, so I step on this, which I have to do to start the room. Everything closes. And then I have to get out with you. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, I just need 5 5 held, right? Like, there's nothing more to it than that. I think the issue here is that I can't get any of these kegs out. Can I? I can't get any of the kegs out. So I have to start this by lighting a fuse, at which point I'm too far away to affect anything meaningfully. So really what's going on here is that I have a Wubba horde. And that's the issue with this room. So we're just going to ignore the Wubba horde mostly. Well, get them back there a little bit. Alright, we got our 5. Right, so the issue here is that this is going to be a fail because as soon as I kill you... Oh. I have to go straight up here. So I might as well just start the room over. Yeah, so just confirming that was going to play out the way I thought it would, and yes. So the trick here is after I stab you... Well, hold on. This one on its own is a huge issue, because I stab you, you come up at the end of the turn, so the Wubba is still on the pressure plate, but then it's... Well, okay. For one thing, I can stab it from here. I can stab it from here. So... It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to get here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm actually okay. And that was the only part I was concerned about. So actually, again, I don't think there's actually an issue here. I just have to make sure all of the Wubbas are at the back. Come on. So we'll just get the 5 Wubbas stuck. And then all of the rest of these Wubbas you do not open this, so getting you two stuck here and here is actually fine. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. Well, okay, I can only actually get one Wubba stuck on this. Okay, I can get a bunch down here though. By which I mean 4. Yeah, this is not working out well. That's kind of decent, but the problem now is these are... I don't want to have to catch them on all of this. But that might be what I have to do. Because if I do this now, I have already failed. Not as bad as I thought, actually. It's just that one wubba. So that's the highest height, as long as they're below this. What if I do that and get you three stuck here? Maybe. Okay. Oh, this suddenly looks a lot more complicated. Funny what putting 3 time tokens does to a room. Okay, so I can give myself a timer. These, do they all do the same thing? They all at least do that. I will assume that's all they do. Invisibility potion just means I can't do this with a time clone. I have to actually go in there myself. And I want all 5 of these to be held down. Oh no, I have a staff. I have a staff. So with a staff, this is a trick that I used in one of my holds. I'm not saying that's what's being used here, but it's saying a thing I could do. Is you can program a time clone by pushing it. So like, the time clone takes, well, okay, let's just demonstrate this, because talking about things theoretically is kind of annoying with time clones. So I can make a bunch of moves. But then when I push the time clone, yeah, it's now moving further over than when I did it before. And if you step on a potion with a time clone, or while you're recording, it cancels the recording. But in this state, I can have the time clone step over the potion without drinking it. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. So that means as long as I get... I was gonna say, as long as I get you here, then you'll be able to go through. However, this does close, so I have to do it quickly. And I'm gonna want a sword, because the main trick then is to set everything else in motion. Let's just do this then. So from here, we'll wait a few turns. That's not good. I did not wait enough turns. So instead of waiting, how about we get that out of the way and turn our sword? Because we have to do that eventually anyway, and then we'll wait a few turns as well. Okay. There we go. And this is to prevent that from working, but that's fine, because... Okay, too many steps. There we go. That... Okay, good enough. I think... Are these toggles? They are. Okay, we'll just wait until the explosion then. Alright. Yeah, this could have been really bad if it was tighter. But the timer wasn't too egregious on that one, so it gets done. Alright, looks like another one which is similar. Only 2 time clones this time. We have to start from here. Same kind of deal. We don't get a staff this time. Never mind, that completely changes the room. So without a staff, I think that just means main B-throw has to go through here. That closes everything. But then these... Yeah, because of the potion, we have to have main B-throw go through here. At least to this point. We could theoretically have main B-throw go in, take the potion, and run out, and then run a different clone in to kill this. If we have time for that. Alternatively, what I think I'm going to attempt here is we kill the eye, which raises everything, and then we have to step off of these. And that... Hold on. That's not going to work, because once one of these is sealed... okay, it opens up. So we just have a time clone run around. Okay. So what we're going to do here... Also, this orb can be used this time. Okay, there's also that. So we can only push one at a time because... because we don't have a staff, and we can't sword push one of these. Alright, so I think then what we're going to do... Interesting. The reason we have this... No, I don't know. This feels like something's not going to work here. Because I can toggle this. I can toggle this by hitting this, which opens these. But then when I kill you, they would be closed. However, I need them to be open. So that I can push them off. Okay, and that's why this closes that. I see. Okay. It's just complicated. So now we do the second one. There we go. Everything is good. What does you? That one. Okay, now we wait. You go through. And you push everything off. This is a keg I'm pretty sure I didn't use. Let's just make sure it blows up. Problem here is that I did this one too late. Did that again somehow. So another trick, which I could have been doing this whole time, is that I can, while standing on the door, I can just stab those. But that only works for... I didn't consider that the other ones might not work well. Okay, we'll start the whole room over and actually consider the order here. It just goes around. No, this is not nearly fast enough. So the problem is... Well, I think I know how to fix this. which is that we're just going to have mainline B throw do one of them. So we'll do the quick ones, and then we'll wait. Interesting. Interesting problem. This keeps getting more and more complicated. Do I have enough time to get over here? I do. Okay. I want to do that before that happens. Okay, this should work. Hold on. Okay, I was watching something else. Well, that's going to be a problem. So when I do this, it's already switched. Okay, I see. I see how to make that work. What we do now is here, we just walk on it. And that should push it off. This is going to be the wrong one. No. Right, because this is not one of the 5. It's something else. Okay. Clone. I was gonna say this is starting to feel fairly repetitive. I mean, I guess it is here. So I think this will be the last one that I'll do. I think this kind of gets to the point. If there's anything else in this level or hold that isn't just this, well, I think it makes the point already. I don't really need to play a whole bunch more of these on camera. But we will finish this one because there's a soldier horn, and I want to actually use a soldier horn for once. So, probably, I mean, if we just stab the eye with the soldier, that seems like the easiest way to avoid getting stuck in here. So, for this one, we have a clone. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the Briar is doing here. Maybe it's just for minimap art purposes. I'm sure it will be made clear to me in due time. Okay, so can I actually get through here? I suspect not. If these were Wubbas, I could, because I could make this push. But, that push. Well, no, because I'd still... Anyway, I think what it comes down to is I need 5 of these things alive. There we go, that's 5. Also, I have you, so like I really don't have to care. Clones, another contender for least favorite element in the game. I have a lot of those. You think you don't like I don't like this game or something? No. Okay, that's what the briars are for. Okay, I need the soldier to clean up. That's a little bit concerning. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it worked out. All right. Well, I think that's enough of that. Enough of this for the showcase. But it seems to be a lot of rooms built kind of around the same sort of theme. You've got a circular container of some sort of explosives, and then you use them to do other stuff in the room. And part of the reason I'm not going to a full hour is that I've been kind of tight on recording time lately, so I think it's better just to try to get another one done while I can. So that's what I will do. I will see you then.